Hi, I'm Donald McIntyre, Senior Editor at the ETC Cooperative. This is the ETC Proof of Work course, Class 12, How Ethereum Proved that the Proof of Work fee model will work. In the previous Class 11, we talked about how Ethereum ETH and Ethereum Classic ETC could complement each other by taking advantage and combining Proof of Stakes POS's scalability with Proof of Work's POW's security. Proof of Work blockchains pay miners for their important function in two ways. The first is by creating coins in every block that are deposited in miners' accounts, and the second is that miners collect the fees all users pay to process their transactions. In this class 12, we will explain an interesting occurrence that happened in 2020 in the Ethereum blockchain when it was a proof of work network, which is that it proved, even before Bitcoin BTC, that the proof of work fee model will work. The perceived threat of proof of work blockchains. This occurrence in Ethereum was very important because for a long time, many in the crypto community had been questioning if in the future, fees alone would be enough to pay for the important role miners fulfill, as the decrease in block reward schedule of BTC would diminish as per its monetary policy. The theory went, as Paul Stork wrote in 2019 in his widely read essay, Security Budget in the Long Term, that when Bitcoin blocks were to be filled, transaction fees would go up in price and, consequently, users would stop using Bitcoin and start sending their transactions through other blockchains with cheaper fees. As this disintermediation happened, the value of BTC would go down, and with it, the hash rate of the network. Therefore, Bitcoin would become insecure and economically infeasible. My response to Paul Stork. Shortly after Mr. Stork's essay, I published my response titled Why the Bitcoin Fee Model Will Work, where I gave the following reasons why proof of work blockchains would be viable in the long term through fees. 1. There will be very few large proof of work blockchains in the future. Because of network effects and an aversion to risk, the market will eventually select very few, perhaps 3 or 4, very large blockchains to be the base layer of the whole industry. There will be no cheap alternatives for users to send their transactions, except for layer 2 systems that will work on Bitcoin, ETC, and other proof of work blockchains. 2. Security costs. It is not the same to move value through BTC than through any other cheap chain. Security, permissionlessness, and censorship resistance costs money, and people will pay for it. This is the whole point of proof of work blockchains. 3. Exchange costs. When moving value, if users were to sell the expensive proof of work blockchain coins with the high fees and then buy another coin, then the money through this send the money through this other chain and then sell the other coin to buy back the original proof of work blockchain coins, then these frictional costs, which include the risk of doing all these steps, would cancel whatever savings people would have by not using the expensive blockchain. In this essay, I explained more reasons in more detail. To read my whole rationale, I recommend the reader to read the post I linked above. My email to Vitalik Buterin in September of 2020. This is an email I sent to Vitalik Buterin on September 18th, 2020. Hi Vitalik, the latest ETH stats are impressive and, I think, a significant, undeniable achievement. 1.4 million daily transactions, $17 million in transaction fees, average fee per transaction $12, $5.14 million in rewards, market cap of ETH of 43 billion, market cap of ERC20 tokens of 50 billion, wrapped Bitcoin inside Ethereum 800 million, hash rate 245 terahashes per second. I think the evolution and development of Ethereum in the last 5 years, although I completely disagree with many policies and decisions that have been made, are proof of the high value of the current proof of work model. how Ethereum proved that proof of work fees will work. What I was referring to was that the block size limit in Ethereum at the time, as a proof of work blockchain, with its scarce space and low transaction count, was generating fees that were higher than the block rewards for miners. As I pointed out in the email in the previous day, the fees paid to miners were $17 million and the block rewards were $5.14 million. This was proof, as I had anticipated, that fees would finance security in the long term for proof of work blockchains. The second way Ethereum proved that people would not move value through competing chains just to avoid higher fees was that ETH had very high fees for a long time between 2020 and 2021, and few migrated to ETC, for example, which had very low fees during the same period, just to send money through a cheaper chain. Ethereum fees to miners in the press. The event that fees were higher than miner block rewards in Ethereum was important enough that it was covered by the press at the time. For example, in the following article on the block. First time in Ethereum's history, miners made more from fees than from block rewards. This was big news at the time precisely because of the fear that fees would never cover the miner rewards when those diminished. Bitcoin has been increasing fees to miners. On May 8, 2023, Decrypt published the article titled Bitcoin transaction fees surpass block rewards for the first time since 2017. This was important because although Ethereum had proven the model, BTC had only briefly during the 2017 bubble, paid miners more fees than block rewards. However, Bitcoin has been generating increasing fees per day during 2023, as seen in the charts in this section. Here you see a spike in May in 2023, then it has been increasing slowly, and lately it's increasing faster. The reason is not only that there is more demand for the coin, but there are some new dApps that are using block space to imprint NFTs. However, with the enormous value Bitcoin security has, transaction fees are likely to continue to climb higher. As Ethereum proved, it is only a matter of time until the fees surpass block rewards persistently and turn into the main financing method of security. Nakamoto consensus is a sound consensus and security system. In summary, Nakamoto consensus is a sound consensus and security system because of the following reasons. 1. It provides consensus through the sheer work miners do to produce blocks. 2. It is truly decentralized because this consensus mechanism does not need for nodes to check with trusted third parties which is the correct block in each round. 3. It creates a barrier to reverse transactions because to change past blocks, the work has to be done all over again. 4. It provides sound money because the cost of creating the money is equal to the cost of creating the blocks. And 5. It is economically feasible because fees have and will pay for future security. Thank you for watching this video, ETC Proof of Work course, Class 12, How Ethereum proved that the Proof of Work fee model will work. To learn more about Ethereum Classic, please go to ethereumclassic.org. Thank you very much.